Good morning, students. We're on the topic of Alchemy of Nature, the magic, mystery, the chemistry, and some secrets of the natures. How the nature teaches us, how the nature inspires us, how the nature motivates us. If we keenly observe our surrounding, if we keenly observe the nature, if we take a very clean view about the nature, we come to know that the nature is the best motivator in our life. In this lesson, different types of examples are there which explains us, which inform us, tells us how we can live our life. How can we live our life? In the previous part, two examples were there from the nature, that the hibiscus flower which blooms with the day, which burns with the day, with dancing with the winds, with smiling with the sun, and when the night arrives, it leaves. Single day, but in a single day, the journey of his life is a single day, but in that single day, it gives us the immense pleasure to the viewers, to the human, smells, dancing, and brightness, colorful journey. It means that we must have to live like that. Our life should be not long, it should be big, like that hibiscus flower. It tells us, it teaches us the hibiscus flower. The next example was that when we visited the rocky beaches, at that time we saw that the rocks are carved as sculptured. How they carved and how they sculptured? They are carved and sculptured by the water. Water commanded it. And if we think it, we come to know water is too gentle and rock is too hard till the rocks are carved. It means the persistence, the hard work, and the continued effort of the gentle water can carve the rocks. And what we take the lesson? What lesson can take from that incident, from that scene? The lesson is that our problems are too big, like the rock. Our problems are too big like the rock, but if we behave like the gentle water, we are just continuing our effort, we are just persisting our effort, we can surpass our problems till as the gentle water carve the rocks. These are the two examples from the last part. Now we move toward the next part of this lesson. That is, we saw small bits of a grass peeping through the small cracked concrete pavement. Lives us thinking, however impossible thing may look, there is always an opening. Yes, student, dear student, you know that. Many people think that their problems are too big, unsolved. They thought that their problems are unsolved and impossible for themselves. But if we observe our surrounding, we saw that a grass peeping from the rock from the small crack. A grass. Grass is too delicate. Rock is so hard. Till that grass peeping from that crack. It teaches us that the problems are too big, too impossible for us. It's unsolved for us. Always there is an opening. We just want an outlook. See that grass which is peeping from that crack, and treat like that. We have an opening. We can solve that problem. Nothing is impossible in the world. We saw a tree bare of leaves in a cold winter months. We thought that a chapter was over. But there month passed, spring set, and the tree was back. It is green majesty. Once again, full of leaves, flowers, birds, and life. Dear students, we saw in the cold winter, the trees left their leaves and the trees become bare. And we thought that its chapter is over. We thought that, but no, not at all. After some months, once again, the tree hold all leaves and converted in the green tree. The life begins on the trees also. Full of leaves, flowers, birds and life. What if we too had a conviction that however difficult things are right now, it will not remain so forever. Remember, this too shall pass. Same thing happens in our life. Many problems come across in our way. At that time, most of the people, most of the persons think that our chapter is over. We can't do anything. But now, when the time passes, once again we can start our journey and reach to the destination. The example of the tree, bare tree, which fall all the leaves from the branches, that gives the lesson to us that nothing is impossible. Only the time should be passed. The time pass. Once again, we can start our journey and reach to our destination. We saw the army of ants lugging a fly which was at least 10 times the ant size. Yes, in our house, in our home, we saw the army of ants. That ants are collected, gathered toward the fly. That fly's weight is near about 10 times more than ants' weight. The ants organized themselves around the fly and lifted it, frail fingers, and carried it quite distance. Their teamwork and perseverance were impressive. What if we too are consistent, organized, focused? Yes. Sometimes we have the problems which are 10 times bigger than our thinking. At that time, what should we do? If we take the lesson from that ants, they are organized, they focus on their work, and they carried that fly. Same here. If our problems are too big, too heavy, at that time we must want to focus and organize to our problems, concentrate on the problems, and our teamwork can solve that problem easily, like that ants, army of ants which gather around that fly. Spider webs are delicate, yet very strong. A rainbow colors the entire skies was to take in a grain of sand they open with the pearl. Innumerable stars shine across the infinity of the sky. Clouds take a new shapes with every passing moment. The wind makes the trees dance and unhindrance passion. Water without hint of ego changes its form according to the dictates of the sun and winds. When we see the caterpillar turn into the butterfly, a flower turns into a fruit, we experience the alchemy of nature. We touch it and become the gold ourselves. Dear students, this is the magic of the earth. If we observe in the surrounding, we can find lots of examples which teach us how the impossible things can make possible. Like the flower turn into the fruit, caterpillar turn into the butterfly, water runs without ego, commanding by the sun and winds. Same way, if a human behave like that, treat like that, it can surpass all the problems and reach to the destination, reach to the target. This is the moral of this lesson. Dear student, what we can learn from this nature? We can learn from the nature commanding to take the commands with the egoless emotion and just following the commands, just surpass the time easily. We can automatically reach to our destination, reach to our target. So here our lesson is over. Tell them thank you. We will see the next lesson in the next video. Thank you.